So this is for the product rule tutorial, and I'll demonstrate how to take out common factors and simplify the answer. In this case, u is going to equal 3x minus 1 to the power of 4, and u dash using the shortcut chain rule is 4, 3x minus 1 to the power of 3 times 3, so that will give me 12, 3x minus 1 to the power of 3. And v is this expression here, which is x squared plus 1 squared. So v dash is going to be 2x squared plus 1 times 2x. The derivative of x squared plus 1 is 2x, to give you 4x, x squared plus 1. So a dash of x is going to be u times v dash. So u times v dash is going to be 4x, and I'm going to put them in order. 3x minus 1 to the power of 4, x squared plus 1, plus v u dash will be, I'll put the 12 first, then this bracket 3x minus 1 to the power of 3 times x squared plus 1 squared. Now I am deliberately placing my numbers first, then any x's next, then brackets, and the order of the brackets are deliberately the same. Okay, now looking for common factors. Between the 4 and the 12, I can take out a 4. I don't have any x's in both spots, so the x's stay in. 3x minus 1, I've got it to the power of 4 here, and to the power of 3 here. I can take 3 of them out, and x squared plus 1 to the power of 1 here and the power of 2 there, so I can take 1 out. And that leaves me with the 4 went out, but I'm left with the x. 3 of these went out, so I've got 3x minus 1 to the power of 1 still in there. Plus, I took out a 4, so there were 12, so I've got 3 left. And all of that bracket went out, and I've got x squared plus 1 to the power of 1, because I took one of them out. That will be 4, 3x minus 1 cubed, x squared plus 1, 3x squared minus 3x plus 3x squared plus 3. So all of my factors will be 4, 3x minus 1 cubed, x squared plus 1, and 6x squared minus 3x plus 3. Whoops, x times minus 1 is minus x, so that's minus x. So that is my factorised derivative. Looking at part 2, u is going to be x, so u dash will be 1, v is going to be e to the x, so v dash will be e to the x. And b dash of x will equal u times v dash, x times e to the x plus 1 times e to the x is e to the x. And I can see an e to the x was a common factor, and will leave me x plus 1 as being my final answer. And in part C, there's a square root, so we have to be a little bit careful with our square root. U equals x cubed, so u dash is 3x squared. V equals x minus 1 to the half, therefore v dash will be a half, x minus 1 to the negative a half. Now my suggestion is you do not turn this into square roots, and you don't put the x minus 1 down into the denominator, because I wish to take out common factors. So c dash of x will be u times v dash. I'm going to write a half x cubed, x minus 1 to the negative a half, plus this times this 3x squared, x minus 1 to the half. Notice that I start with numbers, then I do my x's, then I do my x minus 1, and I've got them in that order. So when taking out common factors, I'll always take out the fraction, because I don't wish the fraction to be left inside here to make this combination of expansion more difficult. So I'm going to take the half out as a common factor, even though it's not common here. And I can take x squared, and I can take x minus 1 to the negative a half. So the half went outside. I had x cubed and I'm taking out x squared, so that leaves me with x. And this whole x minus 1 to the negative a half goes out. Plus, now I had a 3, but I divided it by half, so that leaves me with 6 in here. The x squared went out, and I will have x minus 1 to the power of 1, which will leave me with a half x squared, x minus 1 to the negative a half, and that will be 7x minus 6, which will simplify down to the 2 goes downstairs, the x squared stays up top, the x minus 1 goes downstairs to the positive a half, so I write that as x minus 1, and then I will have 7x minus 6 as being my final answer.